friends, welcome to Taci Studio. I'm Taci, and today is a beautiful April day here in Oregon, and I am here to share a regular podcast with you. I haven't done one of those for a while now, and I think it's about time for me to start updating you on what I have been doing. So that's what we're going to do today. Hi friends, and welcome back if you have been here before, and welcome if this is your first time. I'm so happy to have you here. Today we're going to talk about all things that I have been doing since February, my finished objects, my working projects, future projects that I have, and a few acquisitions that I got. So this is episode 44, and today we're also going to be celebrating. I have been doing this podcast for 2 years. I started doing this on April of 2023, and so today we are 2, and to celebrate that, I will be doing I will be giving you a present. I don't want to call it the word that everybody says to not say here, so we don't attract robots, but if you stay tuned, in the end I will show you what I have reserved to share with you and with one of you to celebrate my 2-year anniversary. To start with, I'm going to be showing you the things that I have been doing and that I have been knitting. And to keep me on track, I have my trusted journal, and I will be sharing with you the things that I finished and what best to start with, other than my finished objects. I have been knitting a lot, but I have also started a lot of different projects, so I have not had too many finished objects. But in I think my last update, I updated you until February, so in March and April I wanted to show you the first one that made me so excited, and that is the little bunny that I made for my grandson. If you have been here before, you know that I love to knit and crochet little toys. Honestly, I don't love knitting or crocheting these little toys, but my grandson loves that, and we love sharing the time together. So this is Angie the bunny, and I got the pattern from Crochet Object. Moan has a YouTube channel here, which I will show here for you too. She is so lovely and such a calm, and she has a voice that is very soothing, and she has several different patterns that she shares on YouTube and on her Ravelry shop and her blog. And Angie the bunny was one of them. And when I saw that, I thought I had to make that for my grandson. We have been making different patterns from, I can't get his ears to stay up like it does on hers, but he also has been playing with it since Easter. So I made the little bunny from her pattern, also the little boots. I couldn't find the pattern for the outfit other than for a dress that she has on her blog. So, and I found the pattern for the boots also. So I actually just self-drafted the little sweater and shorts. I have been crocheting for such a long time that that was not too hard for me to do. I made this with a organic cotton that I have had for many years from Lion brand, and I don't even know if they make that anymore, but I had those colors on my stash, and I don't even know what the colors are because some of them I did not have the label anymore. But I had a lot of fun making this, and thank you, Moan, for doing such lovely patterns. She makes patterns for all kinds of different things, scarves and shawls and beautiful bags. So if you haven't checked her before, go check her YouTube channel and her Ravelry store. But I had a lot of fun making this. The other thing I made is not knitting, but I just wanted to show you. One of my friends showed me this pattern, which is for free on Pinterest, and I made these little bags where I put little candies or other teas for my kids and for my grandson, and I had a lot of fun sewing them. They were not very hard, and there is a free tutorial if you look on Pinterest, and there are several different people who make them, but I also had a lot of fun sewing them right before Easter. One of my friends gave me that idea, and we made some of them together, and we love crafting together, so it was a lot of fun. Another thing that I have finished this, and I actually just finished a day or two ago, but before I do that, I wanted to talk to you about what I'm drinking today. And I really like and really enjoy drinking tea in the afternoon. Sometimes I will drink a hot tea when it's hot, when it's cold outside, and when it starts being really hot in summer, I make the tea and then I put ice and I have cold tea, which I used to not like that, but now I am really enjoying. I am drinking mine today on a cup that my sister gave to me for my birthday this year, that I really like it. And the tea that I'm drinking today is from a local store called A Cup of Tea, and this one is their Ambika tree, which is a herbal tea, and it's absolutely delicious. It has some I do like fruits on my tea, and this one has some I think I don't know, strawberries, but I know it has some orange, some I think pineapple, and maybe and a couple other. I do not have all the ingredients in here, but my son gave me that for my birthday, and I do love this tea. And we just went for a tea tasting with my knitting group. I'll show you some pictures also. And a couple of my friends really liked this also, which I suggested to them, and some of them really enjoyed. So it's a very delicious tea. Cheers. And now I will talk to you about my biggest finished object for this month, which is I was doing a test knit for Beth McDonald's Stone. It is no surprise that I am a big fan of her designs, and I really enjoy test knitting for her. And I have done one test knit before this, and this was my second one, and I'm already on a third test knit for her. She is a fabulous designer, and I am a fan of all of her designs. If I had more than two hands, I would knit every single design of hers. But this one is very dear to my heart, and she just released the pattern this past Friday, And I think I forgot to say in the beginning of the podcast that today is April 22nd, and she released the pattern on Friday, and that's the Tulip Tunic, and it's gorgeous. And if you want to get the pattern now, she always gives 20% off when she releases the patterns for the first week of the release. So if you are getting this week, you could get with a pretty good discount. And now, without further ado, I will show you mine and my finished object that I am absolutely in love with. I have not had the time to block before I'm showing you this, but I was really anxious to be able to show it to you and to finish my project. So I left a few markers in here because as I talk about it today, I want to just tell you why I leave those markers. I just need to find I will refer to my journal because I have a lot of information here, and it will make a little bit easier for me to tell you all the information. I test knit this for myself. I started it on March 1st of this year, and I finished it yesterday, so on April 21st. I made mine on a size 1. The gauge for this pattern is 20 stitches, and I believe is 28 rows, and I did achieved gauge with the yarn that I used, and it's 20 stitches and 24 rows for 4 inches. I'm sorry. I used and I am going to show you my yarn. It seems like I'm not really well organized today, but this is informal, so I am going to show you. I used the Spinster's Daughter worsted in the color Love Me Like You Used To. I also used the Farmer's Daughter fibers, the Soho in the flower point, and the Farmer's Daughter fibers, their mohair in the same color flower point. And those were the yarn colors that I used. I still have I have all the notes on my Ravelry, and I have this. I used 5 skeins of the Spinster's Daughter yarn, which is the color Love Me Like You Used To. I used almost 1 whole skein of the Farmer's Daughter, the Soho on the color Flower Point, and I still have this much left over. I did not weigh how much I have in here of the mohair, or and I have all the notes about everything on my Ravelry. This pattern uses several different sizes of needles, and I follow the sizes recommended on the pattern for the whole entire project, and I achieved gauge with the needle sizes recommended. And I made a few more modifications, not very many, but one of them was I made the neck a little bit shorter, and I did not use on the pattern. Beth uses the contrasting color on the neck also, but I did not want, I'm very sensitive, so I did not want to use anything that had mohair on too close to my neck. And so I made the neck a little bit shorter also, because my yarn is pretty dense and kind of thick, and I did not want to have too long of a neck. The other modification I made is that she has two suggestions for the sleeves, and I made mine as a straight sleeve. And one of the suggestions is that you can, for several rows, do the same kind of, she makes this quadruple decreases on the shoulder, which I think is quite beautiful, and I really like that detail. So I opted to not make those in here, those decreases on the sleeve, as one of the suggestions she has in the pattern. However, I felt that even though I wanted this to be a little bit wider, not to have a really big decrease as a normal, as a sleeve, most sleeves have. So what I did, the other modification I made, is I did decrease 3 times with just a knit 2 together on the 3 last rows on both sides of my sleeves. And then I did the rib. I did the rib. My rib is the same on the sleeve, also the same length as I did the neck. And I did all the ribbing on my sweater as a half twisted rib, because I like the look of the half twisted rib a lot. And then I just did a regular bind off, and I did not even bind off in pattern. And in here I did the same thing. I did 1 row with a contrasting color, just knitted, because I don't like to see the little ribbed part if you do in the first row when you change colors. So I just knitted 1 row, and then I bind off with the contrasting yarn for my sleeves. I did the rib on the recommended size length that she has recommended, and I did also the twisted rib on the on my at the edge of the sweater. I was absolutely delighted. I learned how to do the ladder back jacquard, and I hope that I'm saying that right. And I was so intimidated, had tried or thought about doing that several times on a pattern before, and I absolutely loved it. The video that she recommends on her pattern, it's very easy and simple to follow, and it was so delightful to learn a new technique, one new technique to go this year. And it's not as intimidating as I thought it was. And I did make one, she tells you to be creative and to do things in whatever way you want to give your creativity. So I did the leaves with just the Soca P, and then I did the part of the flower itself. I had 1 strand of the mohair and the other yarn. So, and this is the result. I am going to post some pictures for you to see over here, And I will have a video of me wearing it so you can see how it fits me, and I am really super happy with it. So thank you, Beth, for having me test this, and I am so happy and excited with my sweater. I cannot wait until this fall and I will be able to wear it, because it has gotten a little bit, it's getting a little bit warmer, that I don't think I am able to wear it right now. Now for the work in progress that I have been doing this couple months, and I do have a few of them. So I am still working on my Soho square. I think the last time I showed you, I was working on this second color, and now I have finished this side, and I'm now on the second side, where I'm going to be adding this color and then the other two again. I think that on this other side I might add a little bit of the black in the middle, or I'm not sure. I've been just following my heart and going with the flow with how even the colors that I chose, but I'm very excited to finish this, to be wearing it, maybe even this spring and summer, because I think it's really fun to be able to wear this. And I made with two very basic colors, so I could pretty much wear with a lot of stuff that I have on my wardrobe. For this, I am using the linen quill, and I have both yarns are already in a ball, so I am using the Pearl Soho linen quill, and in the colors oatmeal gray, which is this color here, and the darker color is the kettle black, and these are the colors that I'm using. The yellow, it's Trio from Lamb & Kid, and I also have, this is an leftover actually, that I have ritual dye and ritual dyes, and it was the fingering 2-ply, and the color is topaz, and that's the second yellow that I am that I have for the second color. So I am having fun. It's something that I'm just picking up once in a while, either when we are in a car or when we are traveling, and I take it with me. But I am having so much fun, and I really love these colors, and I think in the other side is also going to be fun to have the two yellows with a lighter color. So this is my second work in progress. I have been also participating on a small knit along that Marlene from Marlene Knits, and she is doing a knit along with a couple other, one of her friends and a couple other YouTubers or her friends, and I am knitting, and this is a very slow progress for me, because I was concentrating a lot on my sweater, because I wanted to finish the test knit on time, and I had a lot going on this last month. But it's the Quilty cabin socks, and it is a pattern by Horse Feather Fiber Arts. I am really enjoying. I had to do the motif twice, because I have now learned, and I have a small video showing how you can knit color work socks, or how you can knit color work socks to have a better tension, because I have tried to make color work socks and I have not really succeeded before, because I used different methods or different needles. On my video I show you how I have been doing it now, and it's this time it has really worked for me and I was successful. And now I have changed to change to my preferred method, which is the magic loop, and I am ready to change to my magic loop needles, and then I can start working on that again. I'm really enjoying to do this, and I'm enjoying even more that now I have figured out what works for me and how I can make the socks fit better. And I think that now it will be a little bit less frustrating when I can actually make a pair of socks that fits me, right? So the next thing that I am working on is the next work in progress is last year I started knitting the Leela top by Quilty, and I really enjoyed and loved knitting this. However, I started and I was already working on the body, so I don't have a lot to go, but it was already the beginning of the fall, and I got a little bit discouraged to work on something that I was probably not going to wear. So I put this to hibernate, and I decided to wait to work on it again this spring. And now that I finished my Tulip Tunic and I finished the test knit, I am ready to go back to work on that. I am making mine on the 4th size, which I am not sure if she called it small. Actually, I'm working on the 3rd size. I am sorry, the one that it has, and I'm not sure if she called it by sizes or numbers, and so it would be the size, either size 3 or 4 for me. I am really excited to be able to wear this. I am knitting this with a seamless garn Leela, which has proven to be, I am so sorry, I had this on a plastic bag, has proven to be one of my very favorite summer yarns. And I really love this color also. I have green pants that have some flowers on it, and I did not really have any tops that matched with it, and I think this is gonna go perfect. It's linen pants with some prints, and I am I believe that the color might be 8561. I do not have the name of the color because it does not have a name here. However, I will look on the website, and if I see a name, I will write it down for you here. But it's a really pretty mossy green, and it's I really love working with this yarn, and I love the softness of it. And I have to say, I just ordered some to make another top that I'll talk to you a little bit when I talk about my future plans, but I cannot wait to finish and be able to wear this one, because I know already this is going to be one of my favorites this summer. The other thing that it's not a work in progress yet, but it's something that I'm going to start today, probably tonight. I have also taken and been accepted to do another test knit for Beth McDonald Stone, and it is this time she is test knitting for the Get Out of the Pool shirt, and this is the fingering weight version of it. And I have to tell you, I'm having a little bit of a hard time making a decision with my yarn, because the yarn that I initially planned to do was this, because I think that it has to be a yarn that has a little bit of the variegation to have the effect that she wants to have, because the objective of this pattern, the way she is going to have it knitted, is that how it shows the yarn without pulling it too much. So I had initially decided I was going to make with these two yarns, which this is the La Bien Aimée, and it is the La Bien Aimée Twist Nouveau in the color Dusk. And then I was going to do the ribbing with this Lamb Kid Trio, which is 70% merino, 20% cashmere, 10% nylon. And the color is Shell. And I love these two together. So I cannot wait to show you my progress on my Instagram. If you want to check my Instagram, it is also Taci Studio, and I cannot wait to share more with you about this test knit. I think the next thing that I'm going to talk about is just my future plans for this month, which will be test knitting this for Beth, the Get Out of the Pool test knit. Then I want to knit the Plain Yoke Tee number 20 by Lene Holmes Samso, and I bought the pattern, and I had bought this yarn last year, and this is Ritual Dyes, they're Undyne in the color Natural. The Undyne is a linen based yarn, and it is a 4-ply fingering weight yarn, which is 60% organic cotton and 40% linen. I am very excited to knit this tee with this yarn, and this might be one of the things that I'm going to wear when I go to Flock this year, because I really love the simplicity of this pattern and how it looks, and it's just something that I'm really looking forward to knit. And the other future plan that I have is I have this Sabai top by Kaidre. I'm sorry, the Sabai top is number 2 is by Paula Strict, and I have bought some Sandnes Garn linen in black, and I cannot wait to make that top for myself also. So I think that's what I wanted to talk about with you for this couple of months, and the plans that I have, the projects that I have been making. I wanted to now mention to you once in a while. I have basically already talked to you about my acquisitions, which one of them was the Knitting for Olive. I bought these 2 yarns yesterday. I don't think I really got very much this month, other than I have really been trying and making an effort to work on my stash and with some of the things that I already have. So I think that's it, but I really want to talk about with you, and I'm gonna try to mention each time a yarn that I have fallen in love this month. One of the yarns that I fallen in love this month is I have met a Brazilian person that lives in Canada. I have not met her in person, but on Instagram, and I have fallen in love with her yarns. She is an indie dyer, and it's the yarns by Val Fibers, and it's Val Frappa is her name, and I am completely in love. I have not bought one yet, but it's on my list, and I really want to buy some of her yarn so I can show it here to you. She is lovely. She posts lots of nice pictures and pictures of I love her colors and the colors that she chooses for, and her yarn is absolutely fabulous. So if you have not seen her yarn yet, I would really recommend that you go take a look. I think that you're going to love it. The other thing that I want to talk about before I go, and it is 2 podcasters that I had been talking about, new podcasters to me before, and I think in the last couple episodes I forgot to mention that, and I would like to mention today 2 new podcasters to me who I have absolutely loved and enjoyed watching them. One of them, they are new, but they have already captivated the hearts of many, many subscribers, and that is the Yarn Room Shenanigans. I hope that I said this right, and that's Gail and Laura. I have watched every single episode. They are adorable. Paul comes and bring a drink to them. I even thought I maybe should just be recording now on the days when my husband is home, so maybe he can bring me a drink also and I can enjoy a drink while sharing my makings with you. But they are just so much fun. I love seeing their project. I love seeing their interaction. They are 2 really good friends. They're always thinking about each other, and they make fabulous projects. So if you haven't found them yet, I think that you would be really happy and would really enjoy going and watching their podcasts. They have a podcast, and they are also on Instagram, and it's called the Yarn Room Shenanigans, and I will link them in the show notes. The other 2 people that I found that I am absolutely in love with them is called 2 Sisters Knitting and Talking Shit. I don't know if I should or can say that, but they are super fun. They are 2 childhood friends, and I hope that I'm saying your names right, and it's Marian and Regina, and they are lovely. I love their conversations, but most of all, I love how much they laugh, how much fun they have while doing their podcast. They made me want to have a friend here with me so we could be having fun and talking about what we are making. So maybe this is something that it would be fun and interesting. And you let me know if you think that I should, or that I should maybe have a friend here once in a while with me so we can share and we can have some laughs also. So for my last thing here today, what I would like to do is I would like to share a gift with you to say thank you for being here with me for these 2 years. It's been fabulous. It's been wonderful. I have enjoyed every second of doing this, and most of all, I have enjoyed all the comments, all the support, and for you to be here with me. So I would like to share and gift you with 2 things to commemorate and celebrate my 2-year anniversary. One of them is this yarn, and the name of the company now is Barker Wool, but it used to be called Chasing Rabbits. She can't use that name anymore, but I really love this color, and it's called Sashiko, and it's a BFL 4-ply fingering, 100% superwash British blue-faced Leicester wool. And for this wool, she has a pattern in which you use the I think it's called pooling, and I would have to write it down here for you exactly what it is that makes this little constellation of flowers on the pattern that you use. And for me, it looks like stars in the sky. And I would like to share this with you all. And I would like to share one of my knitting and crochet tool. This is a new one that I was going to have it launch this spring, and I am going to be sending you this and these 2 gifts as part of my thank you to one of you, and I will be drawing a name on my next episode, which is probably going to be towards the end of May, to give people some time to be able to leave comments. And if you leave a comment and just say happy 2nd anniversary or 2-year anniversary, and then I'll select a random number in my last episode of May. I wanted to thank you so much for being here with me for these 2 years. I wanted to say thank you for helping me follow my dream. And if you like what I do here in my videos, please subscribe, leave a comment letting me know if you liked the way that I'm doing the videos. And until I see you again, I hope you stay healthy, you keep knitting, crocheting, crafting, doing whatever makes you happy. Thanks for being here with me. Ciao.